Morgan's horror as Beast who raped her at Kavos resort freed 43 years early. Exclusive. Kayleigh Morgan was subjected to a 14-hour ordeal by Dimitris Aspiotis, known as the Beast of Kavos, named after the party resort on the Greek island of Corfu where he pounced. The victim of a holiday rapist who preyed on British women is horrified after the serial sex fiend was freed 45 years early. Kayleigh Morgan was subjected to a 14-hour ordeal by Dimitris Aspiotis. The Beast of Kavos, named after the party resort on the Greek island of Corfu, where he pounced, was caught and sentenced to 52 years. But Kayleigh, a British Airways stewardess, is appalled to learn he's been released only 7 years later. Today Aspiotis, 47, is back in the resort where it is feared he has preyed on up to 100 women. Waiving her anonymity to speak out, Kayleigh, 32, told the Sunday People, "I want to know why he's out. I don't believe he's changed. A person like that can never change, and now I'm terrified he'll do what he did to me again to more victims. When I heard he was out, I was in complete shock. I burst into tears and felt sick to my stomach and disgusted." Aspiotis was locked up in 2012 and told he would not be eligible for parole until he was 92. But this summer he was released without a word of warning for his traumatized victims. Kayleigh, who gave evidence at his trial, said, "When he was jailed, a judge came down to us and apologized on behalf of the people of Greece and told me to go and enjoy the rest of my life. I thought he would rot in prison, but he's back sitting in cocktail bars in Kavos. The Greek authorities didn't even have the decency to let me know." Kayleigh, from Scunthorpe, Links, was working as a Halls rep when she was raped in 2010. She was one of 4 Brit women aged 18 to 47 attacked by the fiend during a 46-day reign of terror. Shockingly, those attacks came just 6 weeks after Aspiotis was freed early from a 6-year prison term for rapes on 3 other British women between 1997 and 2005. He has been convicted of attacks on 7 women at his 2 trials, but local police fear the true total is higher. Punched. Kayleigh was left scarred and partially sighted after she was seized while on an afternoon beachfront stroll. She said, "He was asking me for the time, and as I went to look to check for him, he punched me really hard in the face. I tried to fight back, but then he punched me again and then got out a huge butcher's knife and dragged me into the woods by my hair. He asked me, 'What money have you got?' I had about 1,000 from customers for that day, and I told him to take it. I said to him, 'Is that all you want?' And he said, 'Yes.' He said, 'Take your top off.' Then he took his top off, and that was when I saw his distinctive tattoos. He had raped one of my guests a few days before me, and she described those tattoos to me. He has one that says single quote F asterisk 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 the police. As soon as I saw those tattoos, I knew what was going to happen to me." She went on, "It was horrendous. He told me, 'I am a man and I'll take what I want.' He raped me 5 times in all and even made me lay next to him with his arm around me and the knife to my throat while he had asleep. I was too terrified to move. He made me look at pictures of other girls he had raped on his phone. My eye had bruised and closed up straight away after he punched me, and it was bleeding. He kept asking me, 'What are you going to tell people about your black eye?' I had to keep convincing him that I wasn't going to tell anyone. At one point I remember thinking, 'Please just finish me off. Let me die.'" Remarkably, Kayleigh managed to escape. She said, "At 4 a.m. he gave me 10 and told me to get a taxi to the hospital to get myself cleaned up. I ran to a bar and told them I've been raped. I didn't leave the house for months afterwards, and I couldn't walk down the street. I was terrified and lost all my confidence. I've suffered a lot with PTSD." Aspiotis was caught 18 days after attacking Kayleigh following a hunt in the woods where he was living. He rang a TV station to surrender on condition he was filmed being arrested, as he was afraid of the possibility of police brutality. He tried to defend his actions in court by saying he had to rape as he was too ugly for women. It is understood his early release is the result of a law passed by Greece's previous government which allows sentences to be reduced in return for good behavior and working in prison. A new government elected 2 months ago has condemned the law, but it has also been accused of releasing murderers and rapists to ease prison overcrowding. Kayleigh said, "They've released him on the quiet because they're afraid of the truth of what they have done getting out and it affecting the tourism in Kavos. but I'm not willing to let them do it quietly. Lawyer Florent Cavadas, who briefly represented Aspiotis before his 2012 trial, told us he's been released due to a horrible law. Last night the Greek authorities failed to respond to our inquiries. Presented by News of Voice. More news, www.newsofvoice.com. Please subscribe to our channel. Appreciate all like and comments. Thank you.